So let's go ahead and practice this. Remember that all we have to fill in is the m and the b. We know y equals something x plus something else. So I'm just going to fill in my x's kind of in the middle of those equations. So let's start with this first example. In order to find m, we need to find the change in y over the change in x. So let's figure out how y changes. Going from 3 to 5, we add 2. From 5 to 7, we add 2. 7 to 9, add 2. 9 to 11, add 2. So the change in y is positive 2. The change in x, we're going from 0 to 1, is plus 1. 1 to 2, plus 1. 2 to 3, plus 1. 3 to 4, plus 1. So the change in x is 1. And 2 over 1 simplifies to 2. So we know that it's 2x. Now to figure out what b is, we need to figure out what else we have to add. So let's go back in and multiply our x's by 2. 0 times 2 is 0. To go from 0 to 3, we would have to add 3. 1 times 2 is 2. To get to 5, we'd have to add 3. 2 times 2 is 4. To get to 7, we'd have to add 3. So you can see that that bonus, what we're doing every time, in addition, is adding 3. So that gives us 2x plus 3. Here's a really, really important tip. If your table tells you that x is 0, I want you to automatically highlight that. That's very important information. Whatever y is when x is 0 is your bonus. So if x is 0, y has to be plus 3. And that was the case for this one. And we'll see that go into effect in this middle question. So let's look at the next one. First, we do need to figure out m, our slope. And m is equal to the change in y over the change in x. So to find how y changes, we need to add or subtract. So to go from 5 to 17, we add 12. From 17 to 29, we add 12. 29 to 41, add 12. And 41 to 53, add 12. So y is changing by a positive 12. Now let's look at how x is changing. We're going from 0 to 2. That's plus 2. From 2 to 4, plus 2. 4 to 6, plus 2. And 6 to 8, plus 2. So x is changing by 2. We can simplify that by doing 12 divided by 2, which equals 6. So we know 6 comes before x. Now remember I told you that if it tells you x is 0, then whatever y is your bonus, is your plus b. So we could automatically know that that bonus is going to be plus 5. But let's prove it. And check it with 2 and 17. If I do 2 times 6, that's 12, plus 5 is 17. If I do 4 times 6, that's 24, plus 5, that is 29. So it works both ways. It's just a little bit easier if it tells you x is 0, then you know whatever y is your bonus. Let's do one more question. The first thing we need to do is find m. the change in y over the change in x. So let's compare our y's. 16 to 31. We'd have to add 15. 31 to 46, add 15. 46 to 61, add 15. And 61 to 76, add 15. So our y is changing by adding 15 each time. Our x is changing. Well, let's see. From 5 to 10 is plus 5. From 10 to 15 is plus 5. 15 to 20, plus 5. And 20 to 25, plus 5. So the x is changing by 5. And we can simplify that because 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So y equals 3x. But that's not all. We need to go back in, and this time it doesn't tell us x is 0. So we have to try to multiply and see what else we need to add. But we know we're going to be multiplying by 3. Well, 5 times 3 is 15. If I want to get to 16, I have to add one more. 10 times 3 is 30, and if I want to get to 31, I add one more. 15 times 3 is 45, plus 1 is 46. So you can see each time that bonus, the extra number that we're adding, was just a plus 1. And that is how you write a linear equation based off of a table.